Big news. Justin Verlander is back with the Houston Astros on a 1-year, $25 million deal, which is essentially a 2-year, $50 million deal because there's a $25 million player option for 2023. The last time we saw Verlander in a full season was 2019 when he had a 2.58 ERA, 0.80 whip, 300 strikeouts, finishing as the number 1 overall player in 5x5 Roto that season. I also think the fact, Scott, that the Astros were willing to give him this much money, essentially over 2 years, again, $50 million, tells you everything that you need to know about his health, right? We just saw the Dodgers decline to give a qualifying offer to Kershaw. The White Sox declined to give a qualifying offer to Carlos Rodon. A deal like this tells me you feel pretty good about Justin Verlander.
Yeah, I mean, particularly since it's with the team he had already been with, and
Right.
they had the most insight into how his rehabilitation is going. I thought this was gonna take a lot longer to play out because, even just earlier in the day, we kept hearing about all these teams that were interested. The White Sox, my Braves came up. There's one team after another. There's interest in Verlander here, and then all of a sudden he's signing with the Astros. And I mean, it's a good deal for a will-be 39-year-old coming off Tommy John surgery to get the guaranteed. He's guaranteed at least 50 million, like you said, but he also has the option of opting out after that first year if he comes back like gangbusters and wants to try for another multi-year deal. There's a player option that second year. So like this is you can understand why he jumped at this deal, but considering the organization that offered it to him, yeah, I find that very encouraging. But I've been encouraged all along. I think I'm going to have a lot of shares of Verlander if I imagine in spring training we could see his draft stock skyrocket when people are actually seeing him pitch again.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to snap him up anywhere I can before then.
Yeah, there's already reports that he's throwing 97 miles per hour. I know we had a showcase recently where multiple teams attended, and all reports were pretty good out of there. I was talking with a few people on Twitter earlier on Wednesday night and talking about how his NFBC ADP is so low right now. It's like in the 12th round of 15-team leagues. And I think that's going to shoot up now that he has a team. He's going back to the team that he was on. Familiarity there. Greg, by the way, doesn't just focus on closers, right? Like he plays fantasy baseball. He knows a thing or two. We're in Tout Wars together in the head-to-head points league. So, Greg, what are your thoughts on Justin Verlander turning 39 years old in February, coming back from Tommy John surgery? He'll be 18 months removed from that surgery by the time we get to spring training. Can you see yourself being in on someone like Justin Verlander?
I think so. And we just, temper expectations. I'm not going to expect 2019 to crystallize. However, everyone's looking for people that can rack up innings. Now, he knows his body, and Houston should know his body than anybody, but better than Kate Upton otherwise did at this point. So, we've got him coming back, and even if he's only going to give me 5 innings at maybe at the beginning of the season, if he starts ramping it up as the season goes on and gets up into those things. I know you and I in Tout Wars, we're hunting for quality starts. So, I mean, this is somebody that has a track record of working into games, so that's going to make him a lot more enviable in that sort of a format. And the other thing here we have to like is we know he's going to a team that has winning pedigree, and that helps. We can't chase wins, but we can chase pitchers on good teams that are in situations to garner them. So, I think he steps right in, and they have enough pitching depth where if he needs to take a turn off or, out of the rotation for, take one time off, they can do that. So they won't probably press him into too many 2-start situations early in the season, kind of let him ease into it. So, we've seen these veterans in other bodies. Lance Lynn eats up innings. I don't think he's going to be quite to that level of innings pitched, but if you get him in a 3.50 ERA with a whip around 1 or a little higher, definitely. I mean, that I think his ADP was like 172 on average right now. That'll be inside the hundreds by the time we're all getting going in March.